Jessie.
My name's
So what brings you here today?
Lately, I've been noticing that my hobby is starting to become a problem, and my hobby is actually watching movies.
Okay.
I love movies. I grew up watching movies, and it's basically whenever I'm feeling down, I watch a movie. Whenever I'm happy, I watch a movie. So I watch a movie pretty much all the time.
All the time.
And I'm noticing that's beginning to be a problem because it's starting to affect my studies.
Oh, okay.
And my work. So instead of, I guess, working on my homework, I'm like, you know what, I'll watch a movie first, and then I'll work on my homework. So
Okay.
it's basically really affecting my my grades and work. So
Okay, so you say you have to watch all these movies and you have in your head that, oh, I'm going to watch a movie, and you do that instead of what you need to do. Is that correct?
yes.
Okay, so when you noticed you were doing this?
Well, like I said, as a child, I always watched movies. It's something that I love. But I guess when I was younger, I didn't have as much due as I do now. So I'm a senior currently in college. So basically, I have papers due and I have exams to study for, and I do get the work done, but not, I guess, not in the rate that I want to.
Maybe a timely fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, you have like where you didn't have as much work before, the movies weren't a problem, but now you have more work and it's more of a problem that you weren't expecting before. So this is a problem for you because it's interrupting your work. You say it's not stopping it completely, so that's good, and that's why you believe it's a problem, is because it's getting more and more in the way than it was in the past.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right, that's pretty hard because movies are very good for downtime because you can just relax and watch a movie, and sometimes if you're a senior in college it's stressful. So I mean I can understand where you're coming from wanting to watch a movie and put off your work a little bit. So when do you notice the problem is worse?
The problem usually gets worse when I go home. So when I'm not home, I guess if I stay in the library, I definitely get much more work done in school. But right when I go home, I guess it's my comfort zone, and I just open my laptop, go on Netflix, start watching movies, and I basically get very little work done at home as opposed to being at school or at the library.
Okay, so library is less of a distraction point. So when you are watching movies, maybe before you watch a movie or when you start, what do you feel?
I guess most of the time when I start watching a movie, I get really happy because just all the stress you have, everything you have that's going on in your life, you just let go and you focus on the movie. And afterward, I feel good because I just saw a movie and for a couple of hours, and I don't have to think about any problems or papers. So I feel good, but then in the end, I'm like, okay, I just wasted 2-3 hours.
Okay, so yeah, when you go back to write that paper, you're like, oh man, it's later than I thought. All right, so have you made any efforts to try to change this? Maybe staying longer in the library? Or?
Yeah, actually, I have. I try. What I do is I try to stay in the library most of the day, and then when I go home, I know it's basically nothing's going to get done. And I tell myself sometimes, no, I can do very little work at home, and I guess I trick myself out. Nothing gets done.
Okay.
So yeah, I definitely feel I get more done here than at home.
So staying at your house is definitely kind of a cue for you to watch a movie, whereas a library is more of a cue to study.
Yeah.
So I think that you should do what you're doing and stay more times in libraries. And if you don't like to stay in the library every day, maybe there's do you have 1 or 2 stressful days, like maybe Monday and Tuesday are stressful for you. Maybe you can just go home on those days to relax. And then the rest of the days, make sure you stay in the library and get your work done.
That sounds good, yeah.
And do you have a reward that you can give yourself maybe at the end of the week if you do the 2 days with the movies and then the rest of the time you're at the library? Do you have a reward? That's obviously not movies.
I guess one thing that I love is actually going to a movie theater because you get to watch it on the big screen. I don't do that often.
Right. Okay.
I only do it when there's a good movie out. But I guess if I meet all my goals, I could find a good movie that's playing and I could go watch it on the big screen.
Of course, maybe not every weekend because that's a lot of movies that
Yeah.
bring money, but you can put some money aside for it. Save up your money and then go and then have a really good night on a Friday or Saturday when you've done all your things that you need to do.
I can buy a previous movie on Blu-ray. I have a Blu-ray
okay.
collection.
Yeah, all right, that's great.
Yeah, so.
That'll work too in case there's something playing in
Yeah.
the theater or something. So is there anybody that can help you achieve this goal?
Yeah, my whole family knows that, since a kid, this has been my Achilles heel, it's movies. So basically they always tell me, try to make it less and focus on your work more. So I could definitely tell them, okay, I'm trying this plan, I'm trying to cut it down. So I could go to my siblings, my brothers and my sisters.
Do you think they'll remind you if you're watching a movie, or like to be like, oh, good job, you were at the library today, and or like to kind of reinforce a little bit? Do you think they could do that for you?
Definitely.
That would be very helpful for you, I think. And anyway, so I think that you should definitely go to the library for your work. So if you have two different spheres, your libraries, your schoolwork, and your home, and that way you can kind of separate when you're supposed to do what, and I think that'll help you. So I'll see you next week, and hopefully that you'll treat yourself to a good movie because you'll be on the right track.
Thank you.